my name is Mark and welcome to my channel. Join me all year round, week in, week out, come rain or shine, and together we'll be fishing for pleasure. Morning troops, another day, another river, and we're back on a little venue that I tried a couple of vlogs back, and it won a abortive run. I didn't have much joy in 3-4 hours, but it looks good. I like it, you know what I mean? It looks fishy, and I never write anywhere off after. You can't write anywhere off after one visit. You know, it's counterproductive for yourself. You know, you could go somewhere there's a blinding venue that's got some hidden gems that no one else fishes. You don't know. You go there and you have 3 or 4 hours and nothing. You think, oh, that's it. But you never know. So, you know, it's always worth, I reckon, give any venue half a dozen visits. Get to know the place, you know. It might well be the case that there's no pike in here, or it's Jack City, or, you know. But I'm never going to know unless I try, and then I'll be kicking myself if someone I know locally says, oh, I'll fish so-and-so, and I filled my boots. He'd be like, what did I do? So I'm going to give it another crack this morning. And for another 3 or 4 hours, if I get encouragement, it'll be the whole day. You know, I think it's a beautiful venue. I'm going to fish this in the summer for the silvers. I think it's a lovely stretch of river. So, as I said before, it's got some nice depth there. It's 6 foot, quite uniform, quite even. Got gentle breeze, plenty of cloud cover. You know, yeah, I'm not set fair. You know, it looks good for the day, so I'll show you the swim. And I'm going to settle in and hopefully catch some fish. I'll run through my baits and my rigs with you while I'm showing you the swim. But it does look good. It does look like a venue that'll have some pike in it, I think. But what do I know? Let's crack on, let's catch some fish. Well, as you can see, it's a reed line Lincolnshire Fenland River. Got a bridge down to my right. I'll be casting towards, not too close. I don't like fishing too close to bridges. Far too many shopping trolleys and wheels in there for my. I tend to find on most bridges that, you know, snag city. But on the approach to them, you should be okay, and there should be fish for holding areas. So my right hand rod, there she is. That is a float fished paternostered rig, running water paternostered rig with a small roach, no more than 1.5 inches long. First cast of the day and the roach came off, so I had to recast that one. So the pike's down there. I've got a freebie and my hook offering. So yeah, so I'll leave that one there. As always, 20 minutes, half hour to 40 minutes, and then I'll be repositioning the baits, recasting. Always keep them on the move if you're staying static in one swim. There's something crawling through the undergrowth, so that's why I paused. Don't know what it is. But there's me middle rod. That's over at the far bank. That's in 6 foot of water there. And that's a static dead. That's a whole herring on the deck. Saying that's in 6 foot of water. That's my middle rod. There she is. mid-channel, running water paternoster rig again. That's a smelt, about 4 inches long. So we've got one mid-channel, one far bank, and one near side. Well, we've been fishing just under 2 hours, and again, like the last visit, all we've had is one tentative, very tentative run from a jack. It attacked the smelt, paternoster smelt on the running water paternoster rig, but you know, it just weren't big enough to even engulf the bait. Almost bit it in half, but held on for dear life though. And then obviously, once it got very close to the bank, just let go of the bait. I put a fresh bait back out on the exact same spot, but I don't know. Is that all to see jacks? Argument would be, well, where there's jacks, there's got to be bigger girls. You know, it's one of those ones when you don't know a water. It's a big gamble to invest your whole day. You get a day off work, got one day to go fishing, invest your whole day into a stretch you don't know. Well, we're going to give it till, well, it's 9 o'clock now, so we're fishing 2 hours. I'm going to give it to 11. If I ain't had anything by 11 or any encouragement to make me want to stay, I shall be up in sticks and moving on to another drain. But we've had one run, which is, you know, which is encouraging. You know, I was sitting there thinking, oh God, you know, what have I done? 2 hours without a run. But as I say, you know, if it's a venue you know and you know there's fish in it, you'll go the whole day and wait for one run. So we'll see. We'll see. Something had to go at it. I teased it, I wobbled the bait and it snatched at it. Oh, I didn't want it at first, but I wobbled the bait and it snatched at it. There we go. Instant success again. It's only a jack, very, very small, but we're off the mark. Oh. There you go, a quiet morning, and again, instant success on the shallow drain. It's a good 6 inches to a foot shallower than when I was last here, which is going to make things difficult. But small roach, we've taken a jack straight away, instant success like we had last time. It's not always the case here that you get a bite, let alone fish. That's another jack. Where are the big girls? But we're off the mark, we got one. He didn't want to take the bait. I had to go at it and left it. So I just wobbled it gently and he hit it straight away and hit it hard. So that was good, we enticed it. Let's get it back, crack on, see if we can catch some more. Well troops, we almost had a double take again like we did on our first visit here. And it was identical. The bait was hit hard and fast, moved a few foot and dropped. I wobbled it to try and entice a pike to snatch at it, and it did snatch at it again, but being a bigger bait, it wasn't a conclusive snatch. So the shallow drain has produced a fish straight away. What I was talking about earlier about watching the line at the end of your rod. Let's just see if this comes back, and then I'll show you what I mean, if we get any alien movement. And sometimes you put a bait back out on the nose of a fish and it hits it hard. There we go, see that line moving? Definitely something toying with it, but again they just won't take it. Small stuff. Let's let go of it. Not big enough to take the baits. It's it's Jack City at the moment, so got to put up with it. I'm going to have to stick a smaller bait on that left hand rod, but that's my big fish rod, so I don't know. I mean, that's not big. Well, another jack. This time the bait was the smelt, very lively. Again, they're not taking the baits, obviously they're very small fish. They're not taking the baits downhole, they're playing with them, toying with them, running with them. With a single hook, it can be quite hard work, but that's number 2, that same size as the other one. There's the mug shot, there's the teeth. Let's get it back, see if we can get some bigger girls. Again, it's a jack. You know, I'm getting worried about the fish stock in here now, but you can only catch what's in front of you. There's a lot more action than there was this morning. Let's get this one back in the sling, let's get it back safely, and we'll carry on fishing. Let me quantify what I'm saying about worried about the fish stocks. I've been fishing this drain 15-20 years, and up to about 5 years ago you'd expect 5 or 6 20s a season out of you. Different 20s, not recaptures. And they're slowly petering out, slowly petering out. I had one out of here about 2 seasons ago, as the last one I've had out of here. But the backup fish ain't there. You know, there was plenty of 18s and 16s and stuff like that. I never used to catch this many jacks. So maybe all the big girls are gone and there's a new stock growing on and just got to put up with it. Everything's cyclical. Hopefully some of the pike in here will grow on like they have before. But at the moment, you know, we had a couple of fish last time, they were jacks. We've had couple of fish today, jacks. We lost one, jack. So that doesn't bode well. You know, you've got loads and loads of jacks, you ain't got no big girls eating them. That's the thing. So, but we'll see. Maybe just me all doom and gloom. Maybe it's early season blues, I don't know. But we'll plug on, see what we can catch. As soon as I stuck on a smaller bait, look, they're still not gone for it, still toying with it. There we go. I hope that's hooked and not just holding on. Another jack. That's why we're not converting the runs. Look what's out there. Bit of his tail missing, but as soon as I put a smaller bait, even smaller bait out, whack, it was off straight away. There you go, just tiddler bashing, aren't we? Look at the tail damage. Let's get the little devil back. Well, you can see I'm in a different venue, but it's just a recap of what actually happened today, and probably why I entitled the video "The Death of a Venue." It's not the death of a venue. It's more like a cycle. There's no one thing to blame. It's not just poachers, because I've been fishing that drain for 20 odd years and it's been poached for 20 odd years. It's not that. That's part of the problem. Another part of the problem is otters. Could be otter down. So now all of a sudden you've got poachers and otters. Now all of a sudden you're losing big fish on a regular basis. plus 2 seasons ago we had a seal released by the wonderful people from the RSPCA into the river system there. So now all of a sudden you've got poachers, otters, seals, angling pressure, and when you get a proliferation of jacks like that in a venue, you know there's no big girls. It's as simple as that. Big pike eat little pike, and if you've got an abundance of little pike, there's no big pike there. And that venue on that main drain there, it's been a slow decline over the last, I'd say, 3-4 years. 10 years ago you would have fished it and it would have been 2, maybe 3 runs a day, but they would have all been mid doubles, high teens, up to low 20s. Without a shadow of doubt, it's a big fish. It used to be a big fish water. I've had 30s out of there. You know, it's not. I'll show you some of the fish I've had out of there now. So it's not one thing, it's almost like a perfect storm, you know. It's a free venue, it's open access, it's not patrolled, it's not, you can't off the fence it, you know, it's and it's very shallow. And the swim I was in, you could tell the poachers had been in there all summer. I don't live in the village anymore, so I used to patrol it myself every day, but I don't live in the village anymore, so it's yeah, it's open season by the looks of it where I was fishing. And I thought for the first time, you know, I've made a video there a little while back, and same 2 venues, and I had a few, and I was hoping it was just a case of I just fell into a pod of jacks, but all I had was runs from jack after jack after jack again. Going back on my captures from the main drain, I haven't had a double or a big double now for 2 years ago, 3 years ago I had a 20, and other than that it's been very, very slim pickings. And even when I had 20, I wasn't getting jacks, you know. It's not a venue where you get pestered with jacks. You could sit there for a week and not get a run. But if you used to get runs, it used to be big fish, and now they're not there. As simple as that, they're not there. If their jacks are like that, running alive with them. I mean, the pike could have moved well off. I mean, they can move 10 miles upstream. You know, there's all sorts of drains that run off of it, so they might have just vacated the drain because it's too dangerous. Otters, predators, you know. So, but yeah, it might have sounded a bit dramatic, death of the venue, but you know, it used to be a real big fish venue for me, and sadly, it's seen better days. Anyway, that's the end of me grumble and me moan. Tight lines, everyone, and I'll see you on the bank real soon.